Hi folks, I'm Craig Taylor, and as always a huge thanks for joining me here on my YouTube channel, the Bushcraft Padawan, and thanks for joining me in this week's Thursday's Thought. I was rummaging through one of my bookshelves the other day and spotted my old Mountain Leader Training UK Mountain Training Board logbook that has all of my logs of my mountaineering routes and climbing routes and all that kind of outdoorsy thing from years ago, decades ago. It's all based together as evidence towards my my civilian accredited mountaineering and climbing qualifications. It was interesting to read through. It got me sort of got me looking at the modern qualifications, the up-to-date qualifications. It got me looking at the updated website. Boy oh boy, a lot has changed since I online wise, since I was last looking at those qualifications. It was just an interesting afternoon, sort of taking a trip down memory lane and looking at how things have moved on generally. And that got me thinking. Oh, see a little twirl that I did there just to sit down. That got me thinking. When I was leaving the army back in 2006, I was semi-seriously considering an outdoors education career. I had I had a number of good civilian accredited climbing and mountaineering qualifications. I had a good level of experience. I was young, I was healthy, I was fit, and I had a lot of qualities as well that that the military give you that aid that kind of outdoor education life. I never went down that route, obviously. I went down the more indoors training and development routes, but I never went down that route. And that was probably the right thing. With the benefit of hindsight, that was very probably the right thing to have done at that point in my life. More recently, as I said, I've just been looking through the updated qualifications and syllabus and all of that course and qualification structure. And very briefly, the idea flitted across my mind again of, wouldn't it be great if I was able to dust off those qualifications, bring myself up to speed and get out and actually make a career of being an outdoorsman, as lots of people have very successfully done. It only fleetingly crossed my mind, I should add, because in the next breath I kind of thought, I know that the outdoors education life doesn't pay particularly well. I know it can be very seasonal work. Is there enough demand to meet yet somebody else providing the supply? I don't know the answers to any of those questions, but they're the same sorts of questions I asked myself back in 2006. It just fleetingly crossed my mind about this romantic notion of doing what you and I enjoy doing in the outdoors as a job, as a career, as a way of putting steam on the table and food in our bellies and heat in our houses and things like that. It's a non-starter for me. I've got too many commitments nowadays. I'm not in debt. I've got a mortgage like anybody else, but I'm not in debt. But I've just got too many commitments with a growing family and all of that to go down the romantic career life. Don't feel sorry for me. I want to pose a question at you though, this Thursday. So I've had my thought about it. I want to encourage you. If you could do what we enjoy doing now, as a career, as a job, as a full-time job, or as your permanent job, your main job, would you? How would you balance out the romantic notion of, being outdoors, surrounded by the wildlife and in the wilderness and all of the health and physical and mental health benefits that brings you, with the all too real challenge of needing to pay bills and meet commitments and things like that? I'm interested in your thoughts. Would you do it? Would you drop everything and go down that route? Would you take the risk? Do you already do it? Maybe there's people watching this where they've already do that. They had a day job, and actually they've gone down that route. How are you getting on? Again, I'm not fishing around this because I'm considering it. It fleetingly crossed my mind. It's not regular enough work. I doubt it pays enough. I'm not good enough anymore to sort of do these sorts of things. But I'm just interested in, if you could, would you? If you wouldn't, why not? If you would, why would you? Let me know in the comments below. As always folks, a massive thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Cheers.